So in Joshua 17, we come across an interesting story here between Joshua and the two tribes of Joseph. So this is Ephraim and Manasseh. For those who don't know biblical history, everyone, those two tribes specifically in Israel were warrior tribes. So they were the tribes that, didn't know how to fight. They didn't know how to conquer enemies. They were well equipped and well knowledged in how to fight and win war. And so they come to now Joshua while they're in the promised land. And they basically say that, the land that we have so far is too small for us. Like it can't contain us and we need to have more land, like give us more land. And Joshua simply tells them in response that, hey, the Canaanites are still in this land, the same people that God told you would drive out, go and conquer them and then that land will be yours. And in response, they simply say, hey, we can't take them out because although we fought them, they have iron chariots and they're hard to get out of this land. And as I was reading this story, the thing that's so interesting is that they're literally in the promise that God has given them. God told them that this is the land that they can have, that they can rule over, that they can rest in. And yet, here, despite them having this promise and knowing this to be true, they're still doubtful as to if they can really drive the enemy out of the land that they're in so that, they can live and they can live comfortably. And I think sometimes in our lives, like we're in that situation where it's like God has clearly told us that, hey, this is your moment. This is your time. Like go and take and do the things that you have to do in order to seize the moment and truly enjoy the life that I'm giving you. And sometimes we're hesitant for one reason or another. And it's not because we're not equipped. It's not because we're not capable. We just don't believe we can do it. And it just shows us that we have to have a mindset of knowing and trusting God's word and then having the ability to take action on what he's given us in order for us to have the destiny that he desires for us. And so here, today the message is to simply take action, right? Go and seize the land that God has given you. It's not that it's not the time. It's not that it's not the season, because you're in the season. You're in the promise. So seize the promise that he's given you and go forth just like the tribes of Ephraim, just like the tribes of Manasseh, because you have the strength. He has already equipped you and he told you that he's going to be with you along this journey. So as long as you continue to believe those two things, as long as you go out knowing that the Lord your God is able and he's able to do great things through you, then you're going to be successful. And yes, like here, the Canaanites, they had iron chariots, they had things that would make the battle harder for them to take, but nevertheless, the battle is yours to take. So sometimes you may have to go out there and seize peace. You may have to go seize kindness. You may have to go and seize, joy and fulfillment. You may have to go and seize those things for yourself, because it's not going to be an easy battle. You may have to set boundaries. You may have to take some people out your life. You may have to move to different places entirely in order to experience that joy and that peace that, God so desires for you to have. And then on the other side of that, when it comes to pursuing your dreams, you may have to go back to school. You may have to start reading books and taking courses and stuff like that to learn how to do these things for the next phase of your life. But nevertheless, regardless of where you're at or what you're doing, you have been equipped. You have been equipped with the promises of God, and he has equipped you here in the physical world with all of the skills and talents and stuff that you need to be successful. And all you have to do, just like Joshua told them, is possess the land. Know that you are strong. Know that you are able, and know that regardless of how hard the battle may seem, that it's already yours. It's already fought. It's already won. And you just have to walk in.